The American Civil Liberties Union, or ACLU, has a stated mission to pursue the cause of civil liberties throughout the nation. The ACLU of Oregon is especially active in this state, in the courts and in the legislature. That includes our recently concluded legislative session as Governor Kotek signs hundreds of bills into law. And here to talk about the ACLU's perspective on what the legislature did and didn't do is Jessica Maravilla, Policy Director for the ACLU of Oregon. Welcome to Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you so much, Ken. Appreciate you having me today.
Well, you know, one of the priorities that did pass was the Defense of Humanity bill. That was Senate Bill 337, appropriating about $96 million to deal with the state's public defender shortage. Why was this one of your priorities at the ACLU?
Yeah, so Senate Bill 337 was a priority bill for the ACLU of Oregon because it is a fundamental constitutional right for every Oregonian accused of a crime, regardless of if they're rich or poor, a white person or a person of color, to be represented by an attorney when accused of a crime. So Oregon has been unable to meet this constitutional responsibility for a number of years now. And one of the major reasons being that there are not enough public defense attorneys to represent people. And this has resulted in a crisis of thousands of Oregonians accused of crimes, but with no lawyer. So as you mentioned, Ken, Senate Bill 337, which was passed in the legislature, it addresses this crisis in several ways. So in the short term, it allocates some additional monies, like you mentioned, more than 96 million, approximately 108 million, to Oregon's public defense system. And in a couple of years, it also shifts the oversights of Oregon's public defense agency to the executive branch, and it includes the governor. In the longer term, it will require that Oregon to hire directly more public defense attorneys and for agencies to create their plans to solve for the crisis that we have here in Oregon. We really applaud lawmakers for taking on our constitutional rights seriously and taking this necessary step to address the public defense issues that we have in Oregon. But we know that more work is needed, and our state's criminal legal system costs billions of dollars every year. It does not effectively prioritize on the most serious crimes that affect the safety of our communities. And it also does not do a good job of preventing crime in making sure that there is restorative justice when crimes happen. So these are all areas where we need our elected leaders to work with us, to work with the public, to create a positive change.
HB 2467 didn't pass. That would have helped defense attorneys pay back their student loans. Do you support resurrecting that in the next session?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, 2467, the bill was brought to the legislature in the past sessions, including last year, and it did not pass. And as you mentioned, this year again, and it not passing. So for us to consider it, yeah, we would need to bring it back and start from scratch during a future legislative session. And I look forward to brainstorming with the community and legislatures as to this and other pathways of how to continue to solve for our public defense system crisis at the state.
House Bill 2002, guaranteeing access to abortion and transgender care in the state, was one of the issues that led to the Republican walkout. That walkout nearly derailed this past session. Ultimately, it did pass. So what are your thoughts on the concessions that were made to that bill in order to get it through?
Yeah, House Bill 2002 reflects Oregon's continuing leadership among states in protecting freedom, equality, and bodily autonomy for all Oregonians. So Oregon already had strong protections for abortion, reproductive health, and gender-affirming care rights. But 2002 solidified these protections by addressing gaps and by protecting healthcare providers. So after this bill passed the House floor, Senate Republicans refused to show up to Senate for floor sessions in order to stop this bill with a few others. And after Senate Republicans obstructed session for 7 weeks, we were able to work with Democratic leadership and was able to get Republicans to come back to work after agreeing to changes to the bill. So, for example, during negotiations, Republicans insisted that Democrats remove state funding that was intended to support essential healthcare services in Oregon's rural areas and college campuses. So one thing is to have protections, another one is to have the resources. And this was truly heartbreaking for us to see the funding removed because of Republicans' insistence. So, however, we are committed to continuing the fight for these rights for all communities across Oregon, including our rural communities.
Now, in the midst of our homeless crisis, the ACLU supported several bills dealing with housing, rents, and evictions. From your standpoint, what did the legislature accomplish on that front?
Yeah, well, we really relied heavily on several. There was a big housing package, and then so this session, the legislator passed bills that placed reasonable limits on rent increase and created necessary reforms with eviction processes, and that's where we really did a lot of the advocacy for. It actually allocated over $80 million for rent assistance and to prevent evictions. And so, like I mentioned, it was part of a bigger package that the governor actually just signed about a week ago. And these actions are incredibly important as the state of Oregon has some of the worst rates of homelessness in the country due to the lack of affordable housing. So I think we accomplished a lot this session, and we look forward to continuing to solve for this issue that we have at a state level of homelessness.
Portland, the city of Portland has just instituted a ban on daytime camping, although we're finding it tough to enforce so far. What's the ACLU stance on the daytime camping ban from a civil liberties standpoint?
Yeah, well, Portland's daytime camping ban went into effect July 7th, but the city has not communicated a rollout timeline, provided a map of allowed sleeping spots, or shared when exactly Portland police will begin enforcing the ordinance, which includes fines and jail time. And we at the ACLU of Oregon believe that all people have inherent dignity and value, and safe and stable and affordable housing is a basic human need. Yet our cities are failing a large swath of our community members. And so rather than addressing the root cause of this humanitarian crisis, Portland and many other Oregon cities have resorted to criminalizing homelessness through inhumane and cruel tactics and policies. So these include camping bans, sweeps, and forced mass camps, and actively working against efforts to help the unhoused community survive through supplies and harm reduction. So we encourage the city to pursue real solutions to homelessness, which include temporary and permanent housing that is safe and accessible, and providing essential supportive services, including healthcare and job support. So, affordable housing, not the criminalization of houselessness, solves houselessness. And meeting basic needs, not increasing police interactions, makes our community safer. So, the city of Portland should invest wholeheartedly in proven and effective solutions.
Yeah, we've only got about a minute left, but I want to ask you about this. This is something that the ACLU nationally has been involved with. We're talking about the advancement of artificial intelligence, internet privacy breaches, major concern for many across the nation and Oregonians. What are the civil liberties implications here when it comes to both privacy and the advancement in technology?
Yeah, so we're actually part of the Attorney General's task force on privacy and consumer justice. And so these are some of the issues that we're tackling. We just passed a bill this legislative session that includes it's a data broker bill that regulates for data brokers online to actually register so that you know who is actually selling your information online. This is a big issue nationwide and at the state level. And we encourage everyone to go ahead and visit our website to get some more information and how we will follow up on cybersecurity and privacy here in the state of Oregon.
Jessica Maravilla, thank you for joining Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you so much, Ken.